One thing's for sure, there is a good subsect of Xbox fans that absolutely have no desire to let the status quo go. Yes, there are a group of Xbox fans that will kind of, just go with the flow with whatever Xbox does. And, I can't really stand that personally. But at the same time, I also think that there is some, like me in particular, that don't like everything that Microsoft does. I like Xbox. I'm an Xbox guy for sure, right? Like, no doubt about it. But at the same time, we also have to realize that, we as fans are the ones that should be speaking up, trying to get things right, working out in a kind of positive way. So with that being said, I want to get into this video because I love that people have spoken up about this, and I agree 100% with those people. Let's get started. Hey everybody, I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews, back with yet another video. I do daily video game content, so please like that, like the like button. That's it. Hey, I'm perfectly fine. Slap that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so as well. Now, Microsoft is always trying to make money, right? They're a company. They'll try things. Maybe they'll get some backlash for it and then stop. I think it's on us. I felt like if people would have made a big enough stink, we could have maybe possibly have gotten a situation where we could have prolonged the Xbox 360 store closure, but I don't think enough people made a stink about that. If you remember when Sony was kind of thinking about doing that to the PS3 store, a lot of people spoke up, and so Sony was like, yeah, we were in the wrong, our bad. Nobody did that on the Xbox side for this, so it is unfortunate, but I still think this is a very interesting topic. So there is some controversy over this. A new McDonald's ad on the Xbox dashboard, non-related gaming stuff people are having an issue with. I'm curious to see how everybody else feels about this, though, because I'm going to give my take on this in a second. The fact that we get ads on the Xbox dashboard doesn't really come as a surprise these days, but a new ad for McDonald's has attracted a bit of controversy, with almost 500,000 people viewing a complaint about it on social media. On the likes of X, we've seen irrations that Microsoft is advertising things beyond gaming on its UI, with the most popular argument being that non-related gaming stuff needs to go. Here's some examples. So it says, can we not have this on our Xbox dashboard, please? I'll happily put up with any game-related ads you want, if you want to throw them up, and even full-screen ads promoting game showcases, events, and sales, but non-game-related stuff can get in the bin. So, like on this, it looks like there's a McDonald's ad for, a McMuffin deal or whatever. But to me, again, it's Microsoft trying things, throwing stuff at a wall, seeing if it sticks. Lately, I know people have given a little bit of an issue and taken an issue with, they'll put up a full screen. When you boot up your Xbox, it'll say, hey, buy this or whatever. You just click it off on one thing or whatever. But, they've been trying that. Some people push back against that. I can remember when ads started being a thing, I think back in the 360 days on the dashboard. I understand it. I'm a big fan of the movie Ready Player One. So for me, it's a super interesting thing, because one of the things that the main villain in that movie wants is, that movie's kind of about like a VR type thing. Everybody lives in this kind of VR thing. Even though they have like a regular world, everybody prefers the VR world. And he wants to take over this VR world and put ads over like 75% of the screen, right? So, you don't really want to do that. You want to kind of avoid that. It's just weird to me. So, in general, it feels like most people in the comments have been siding with the complaint, although others claim that people are worrying too much, and have pointed out that Microsoft even employed these tactics in the Xbox 360 era, which is basically what I just said. We look at what Microsoft has been able to kind of do. They're going to always kind of go out there and do these things, in my opinion. And I hope that, that they continue to think about these things, or just let people know, kind of what the idea is and the changes, or be receptive. Like for me, seeing a McMuffin deal at the bottom of the screen, does it really affect me? Probably not. Is it something that I necessarily really want to see on my screen? No. I can't help it. It's just something that, I'm not real big on that stuff. It's just, I get why they do it. And hey, they kind of pair it with, with a situation where they go, okay, well, gamers, what do? Well, they eat McDonald's for sure. So it is kind of a very interesting sort of arc there that we're starting to see, and maybe they can change that. But it's like maybe they can do something like if you're like how YouTube does, right? Like if you're a YouTube subscriber or whatever, you don't got to get the ads or what have you. But at the same time, I'm kind of looking at this and I'm going, I think that would be cool if they kind of did something like that. Like maybe if you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you don't get any ads whatsoever. And I also think that would be a very cool thing to do indeed. And, hey, maybe you guys might agree with me. Maybe not. I don't really know. But like I said, it does sound like it would be an interesting situation. And, I know a lot of you would probably agree with this as well. So we'll see how this all works out. I think Microsoft has a lot of cool things going on for themselves. They obviously have mentioned before that they're going to experiment with ads and stuff. Would I rather have this ad on the dashboard or in a game, right? Like that's an easy choice for me. I'm sure that that's an easy choice for a lot of you. I don't want to see ads on everything, and so when you see stuff like this, you go, maybe it isn't that bad. I mean, what are we really scrolling around so much on the dashboard to where we're noticing all this stuff that long? Like, to me, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, let me get into my game section, let me do this, let me do that, and that's kind of how I take care of things. Like we'll see what happens. It should be a very interesting thing to see how Microsoft reacts to this, because like I said, Microsoft seems like they're kind of trying to cater more towards like the people that play a lot on cell phones and things like that. So we'll see if they can kind of change the future or whatever. I hope that they kind of do this stuff. So at the end of the day, Microsoft, this is kind of on them. We'll see if they can get things kind of rolling in a in a great way. And it's still, that's exactly what happens in general with Microsoft. They pay attention to what like their metrics and stuff say. So is that gonna change things forever? Listen, I don't know. But what we have here is something that I feel like is definitely a worthwhile situation, and maybe something that we can see help in the long run. Maybe this makes them more money and it keeps Xbox around longer. These are the type of things that I feel could do that, right? And I'm not trying to be cynical or anything like that when I say that, but think about that for a second. They probably get paid a good amount of money to advertise things. Like, look, baseball parks, football, get naming rights for stadiums and stuff like that. This is all stuff that we as fans kind of like put up with. I mean, do we really care about that stuff? I don't know. I think that it really kind of comes up to us individually about what we think and what we care about. Now, is that something that can continue to happen down the line? I don't really know. Microsoft, I think, has to kind of tread a thin line here and make sure that everybody kind of is aware and understanding what needs to be done. I mean, you don't want to be so egregious that you are a villain where you're taking up 75% of people's screen with crap. But at the same time, I feel like, hey, if Microsoft can make a little bit of money with this, maybe do it. But again, like I said, I'm kind of in the middle with this, and it's just one of those things that I hope that they can continue to kind of just monitor and pay attention to. So that would be like just an epic thing if that could happen. I would love to see that happen, and maybe it will happen. We'll see how that kind of works out, and what Microsoft has kind of going on for themselves. This could be something really cool for them, or it could be something lame. We'll have to wait and see how people react to these things. Just it's important not to overreact as well. Let me know how you guys feel about this down below, though, in the comment section. Would be much appreciated. Let me know how you feel. Do you want to see ads in there? What if it helped Xbox stick around longer? There's lots of different ways to kind of look at this, so please take time out to check it out and maybe slap the like button while you're at it. Rack them up, fact them up, crap gamer them up, and we will catch you next time, have a fantastic day. Have a good weekend or week, whatever is coming up. Thanks for watching. Peace.